I have a question for you, Tawhirimatea. Ki runga I te ringa, put your hand up if you live in the greatest country of the world, Aotearoa, just like I do. Fantastic! Then you'll know why we're so excited. Because right now, right here in Aotearoa, we are experiencing the greatest season of them all. It's called springtime! In Te Reo Māori, we like to call it koanga. Koanga. This is because our good friend Tawhirimatea, that's right, he was the son of Ranginui and Papa Tōnuku, responsible for all the wind and storms. But he's also known as the guy responsible for our weather and our seasons. Try that with me now, Tawhirimatea. Bringing our feet nice and close together and our arms nice and wide apart like a big windmill. And we're going to spin our arms, feeling the wind between our fingers as we say the name Tawhirimatea. Let's see, if we spin even faster, can we feel the wind even stronger? Try it with me now. Tawhirimatea. And so the reason that I like to call koanga, springtime, the greatest season of all, is because it's when all of our Atua really work together the best, right? We are coming out of takurua, winter time, where our friend Ranginui often cries and cries and cries so much that he makes our friend Tangaroa flood out of the awa, flood our riverbanks, and sometimes that can wash away Rongomatane and hurt his crops. And we're also not yet in the super hot season of Raumati, summertime, where sometimes our friend Ranginui, he doesn't cry for a very long time. And that means that his son Tamanuitera becomes 10 or wetter, far too hot. And we experience what's called a drought, where our crops can't grow because there's not enough water for them. But right now, in springtime, we will see that we have quite a lot of sunshine, but we also have a fair amount of light trickling rain. This means that Papa Tōnuku is at her most receptive, and she is ready to receive all of the lovely little seeds that our friend Tawhirimatea is blowing all around the world, all around our earth. And so you might also start to notice beautiful new flowers blossoming. We're going to have all of our yummy summer fruits coming back into season. And so while that's really helpful that our friend Tawhirimatea is blowing all those wonderful little seeds around to help our mana, our gardens to grow lovely and strong, it's not so great for our noses because he's also blowing around something called pollen. And if you're a friend like me whose nose and eyes are allergic to pollen, you might notice that you've got a little bit of an itch and you've got some extra sneezes. But we know what to do with that, don't we, Tawhirimatea? Because we are well aware that our coughs and sneezes can spread diseases. So every time you feel that tickle coming up, you're going to get that elbow ready to ha-ha-achoo. But aside from just those extra seasonal sneezes that we might be getting, you might start to notice that also our friend Ranginui is starting to look a little bit different. You might notice that when you wake up in the morning, our friend Tamanuitera is already in the sky. And just like in last week's story about Maui, when your mum says, it's time to go to bed, you might be going, but Mum, Tamanuitera is still in the sky. And that's because of that funny little trick we like to call daylight saving. Where in New Zealand, it's really easy to remember that in springtime, we spring forward. So that's exactly what we've just done. Spun our clocks 1 hour forward, so we get to enjoy all of Tamanuitera's power. And that means in another 6 months' time, when we head back into Takurua, into winter, we will fall 1 hour. We will turn the clocks back 1 hour, so when it's dark and cold outside and all yucky and muckeritty, we get to snuggle up inside. When I say Tawhiri, you say Matea. Tawhirimatea, Tawhirimatea. Absolutely. That can be a really long-winded name to remember. But just in true mindful movement for mana fashion, I've written a little ditty to help you remember what's so awesome about our friend Tawhirimatea. And if your kayako are 90s babies or older, you listen carefully, it should sound a little familiar. Have a go with me now, Tamariki Ma.
Try a little slap, slap, clap, slap, slap, clap. If you want, give a little tucker here. Stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. Whatever feels good. Let's throw in some words here. How about Tawhirimatea, Matea, Tawhirimatea, Matea. Tawhirimatea, Matea. Check this out. Thunder and lightning can be so frightening, but through the wind and storms our world evolves, moving between earth and space, blowing tiny seeds all over the place, singing Tawhirimatea, Matea, Tawhirimatea. Matea, give it a go. Thunder and lightning can be so frightening, but through the wind and storms our world evolves, moving between earth and space, blowing tiny seeds all over the place, singing Tawhirimatea, Matea, Tawhirimatea, Matea. All right, I want everybody to get on some instruments here. Who's got the guitar? Pick up those drumsticks. Ready? Let's rock!
Thank you so much for rocking out with me, Tamariki Ma. That was so cool. As always, my final wish to you is to have a good day. Waiatama, Tamariki Ma. Kia pai tora. Have a good day. Kia pai tora. Have a good day. Kia pai tora. Have a good day. Hello. G'day. Kia